Good morning, Kellyanne. Good morning, everybody. Of course, first thing, you got to watch out for those wet roads this morning. Dark and early out there, but pretty quiet. Route 2 looking good. 495 to the west. Mass Pike looks good. A little slow west of Framingham. Could be some overnight work picking up there. 95 to the south, 24 and Route 3 all clear right now up to the Braintree split. Same thing with our roads to the north. 93 looking good from the north out of New Hampshire through Andover all the way down to the Zachem Bunker Hill Bridge. Antoinette.
All right, Katie.
Wet out there on the roadways. Looking at the Zachem Bunker Hill Bridge, you can see traffic moving well into the O'Neill Tunnel right now, but of course you want to watch out for those wet roads, and it is dark out there. Looking at roads to the north, Route 3 looks good. Chelmsford down to Burlington, 128 both directions, and 93 pretty much the entire ride from New Hampshire downtown looks good. 10 minutes between 128 and the Zachem Bridge itself. Out to the west, Route 2, the Mass Pike all cleaned up. We picked up those overnight work crews that were causing some slight delays on the westbound side. Eastbound through Austin Brighton looks good through by BU to the Prue Tunnel. Don't forget about that right lane closure. You can see the orange cones there. Doug and Antoinette.
All right, Katie, thank you.
Have a slow go on the roads. Right now it is very quiet, but we still have those wet roadways. Here's a look through Route 1 in the Saugus area. Not too many people out there right now, and 11 minutes is not bad for your drive time from 128 down to the Tobin Bridge. South of 128 looks pretty good. 95, 24 and Route 3 up to the Braintree split. We'll watch roads to the south fill in first. You have about 30 minutes or so until things really start to fill in. Looking at the expressway northbound by the gas tank, moving okay. It's an 8-minute ride. Braintree to Boston. Doug.
All right, Katie.
Inch toward the weekend. We will keep you posted on that. I wish that pick of the week was a little slightly shifted. Yeah, I know.
We can't escape the rain for too long, it seems.
It does seem that way. We will watch that weekend system. I think by Sunday it should start to move out of here.
All right. Thank you, Kelly. And you can see that just at the Braintree split is where I'm watching things fill in. You're down to 34 miles an hour between the top of Route 24 and the top of Route 3. So about 15 minutes and things will slow down even more there. Out on Route 1 through Saugus, north and southbound lanes moving well right now. Same thing, 93 southbound over the Zachem Bunker Hill Bridge, and then Lever Connector down ramp to Storrow Drive, just starting to fill in, seeing a little bit of stop and go there too. Antoinette. So right now we're watching roads to the south. They are all filled in. Looking at the Braintree split, all filled in between 24 and Route 3. Starting to see some stop and go at the top of 95, approaching 128 in Canton, and then of course you're down to 11 miles an hour trying to get up onto the expressway. Once you get there, we're looking at a 13-minute ride, Braintree to Boston on that northbound side for now. Out on the Mass Pike, things look good. Quiet by Alston Brighton on that eastbound side between 495 and 128. It's a 15-minute ride. Doug?
All right.
They're looking this morning.
Getting busier out there. 546 right now. We've got a crash in the breakdown lane in Raynham, 24 northbound after exit 20. That's right at Route 44. Stop and go all the way back to Route 140. Pretty heavy back to that stretch. So getting up by 495. Going to take you some time on 24. Starting to push that Braintree split traffic up onto the expressway itself. Adding a little time there. 17 minutes for your drive time, Braintree to Boston. And then up to the north, starting to see pockets of slowdowns through Andover and through Woburn on 93 southbound. We're looking okay on the T. Don't forget about those shuttles along the red line. Doug and Antoinette.
All right, Katie.
We're watching a couple of things like down in Raynham on 24 northbound. This is a problem. We have a crash. It's in the breakdown lane on the northbound side after exit 20. That's Route 44. But the heaviest traffic stretching all the way back to Route 140. So on 24 northbound between Route 140 and 495 northbound, going to be a problem for you. A disabled vehicle blocking a lane by Newton Corner on the Pike eastbound there. Not too much traffic through that stretch. 128 to downtown. Take you 10 minutes. Doug and Antoinette. All right. Now I mentioned a couple of things that I was watching. Disabled vehicle with the right lane blocked on the Mass Pike by Newton Corner eastbound side. That's exit 127. Not causing any delays just yet. In fact, that stretch of the Pike looking good right now. You have a nice ride from 128 all the way inbound to the city of Boston into the Prue Tunnel. This crash is causing some delays though. This is in Raynham, 24 northbound after exit 20, right at Route 44 with heavy stop and go back to Route 140. So getting up by 495 going to be tough for you. Expressway looks okay by the gas tank. MBTA T looking good. Don't forget about those shuttles on the red line. Doug?
Katie.
Yeah, they were. Okay, no matter what kind of mood you woke up in, doesn't that just make you smile?
Did you see the lady with the plant on her
Oh.
head?
She did.
They are party animals up there in Pepperell.
That helps the plants when you have good energy around them.
You
treat
talk to them.
nice. Yeah.
Sing
so
to them.
Is that
makes sense.
Is that what's wrong with my plants?
Yes.
Are you mean to your plants?
Oh, they're neglected. Mine are too.
Well, Cindy told me I do have to water mine.
Okay.
Just put them outside.
That's one
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
I was going to say, that's why all these gardeners are so happy.
Everything's green.
Weather has been in our favor if you're a gardener. We are definitely some snow up into the mountains. weekend. So a little bit of a novelty more than anything else.
The grapple word, the
I know.
snow word.
And we got a little taste of everything this
Yeah.
week.
All right. Thank you, Kellyanne. To Route 40, kind of extending south of there now. So from there, getting up by 495, going to be a tough ride for you this morning. Looking out to 495 in Bellingham, I'm watching the off-ramp block due to a crash there. 495 northbound at exit 46. And then up in Westford, we've got a crash in the breakdown lane as well. This is 495 southbound before Boston Road. So a lot going on 495 right now. Doug.
Katie?
Getting a little busy?
It is pretty busy out there. Yeah, we've got this crash in Raynham really stubborn, sticking around. 24 northbound here at Route 44, excuse me. That's right at exit 20. But we've got stop and go heavy back to Route 140. So from Route 140 up through 495 on that 24 stretch, it's going to be a few extra minutes added to your drive time. Got this off-ramp block due to a crash in Bellingham on 495 northbound at exit 46. That's Route 126. And then I'm watching the Pike now fill in quickly between 495 and 128, slowing down through Framingham. Doug?
And Katie, how's the roads?
It sure is. Yeah, it's getting busy out there. Watching the Zachem Bridge and the Lever Connector area because we got reports of a two-car minor crash just before the Lever Connector on 93 southbound there. Not seeing it in any of our cameras. Looking a little bit. Nope. You know what? Might just be picking it up now with some first responders arriving through Sullivan Square, 93 southbound. You can see the slowdown there on 93. Also watching a crash in Burlington, Route 3 southbound before the 128 interchange there. So that's causing some delays. We cleared that crash I was telling you about in Raynham all morning on 24 northbound. That's good news. Unfortunately, that traffic remains heavy back to Route 140. Doug and Antoinette.
All right, Katie, thank you.
Roads, you guys, we don't love this. We've got the rain and it's filling the roads in and it's becoming pretty difficult to get past this traffic that you're going to see this morning. This is the expressway out by Columbia Road. Not too bad, but filled in substantially. 30 minutes heavier ride Braintree to Boston. All right, this is that two-car crash that we were looking for on 93 southbound earlier. It's right before the Lever Connector. It is described as minor. However, this is an area that gets really congested, so that's not going to be too great for you. And then we're going to watch that 93 ride, 27 minutes from 128 to downtown. Quick check of the Mass Pike. This is the heaviest portion. 495 to 128 take you 52 minutes. And all that rain just makes it worse, Kelly.
Could have more wet weather as we move toward the weekend.
We're just happy to have the pick of the
right?
week, I guess.
All right, Kellyanne, thank you. And thank you for making the Eye Opener part of your day.
She's just the messenger.
That's all, people.
Just the
That's all right.
messenger. We'll see you back here at noon.
Monday set